Understanding slope. When I hear the word slope, I automatically go to skiing, right? Like on a hill, like downhill skiing, there's a slope. Like, oh, the slopes. But we're talking in math now. It's going to kind of relate a little bit. Slope describes the steepness of a line. So how much, how fast does it go down? How fast does it go up? So when we have a small positive slope, so small would be it doesn't go up very fast. Right, so a small positive slope, small would mean that it's not going up or down fast. Positive means that from left to right it goes up. So an example of a small positive slope, we'll just draw in there. That'd be a small positive slope.
It can't be straight.
It should be straight, sorry. It should be a straight line, because it's a line, because it's the steepness of a line. A large positive slope, so it's going to go up faster. A small negative slope, it's going to be going down from left to right. And a large negative slope is going to be going down faster from left to right. We can always think of our slope as the rise, so how much it goes up or down, over top of the run. It's written like a fraction. So if you think about this picture here, if you start, let's just pick a point.
-2.
Let's pick a point right there. How far up does it go to get to my next point? So I'll make that a different color. How far up does it need to go?
1. Oh, that point? 2.
Yep. It's got to go from, we'll label these, here you want me to zoom in on that? We'll label this point 1 and this point 2. So how far up does it have to go?
4.
How many boxes up does it go?
2. Oh.
So this is like 2 spaces here up.
Yeah.
How far is my
1.
run?
3.5. No, 4. 4.
It's 4. So we have a rise over a run. Both of those are positive numbers, right? We went from left to right, we went 4 right and 2 up. So when you get to your slope here, this line has a slope equals rise of 2, run of 4.
What happens when the rise is bigger than the run?
Then you have a bigger number on top. Okay? So you could write this, or you could say 1 over 2. We can reduce that down. Okay? Every 1 up, I go 2 over. Let's look at another.
Can you go back over here?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll look at this next one here. This line goes the other way. It's a negative here. So let's start with this point right here. And we'll go to, make this point number 1. We'll go down to here, point number 2. So what's your rise here? How much are you going up as you go from left to right?
2.
You're going up 2?
Yeah.
You are as you go from left to right?
No, left. You're going what? 3.
Negative
What?
I'm going, I have a rise of a negative 2 because I'm going down 2. So this is a negative 2.
Oh yeah. What same?
My run is what?
2.
A positive 2, right? Because you're still going to the right.
How?
Because you're going to the right.
So down is like x. Down, it's like subtracting, kind of.
hmm
Like you subtract.
So when you go down, it's negative. When you go right, it's positive. When you go up, it's positive. When you go left, it's negative.
Could you like make it the opposite and do the bottom -2 and the top 2?
I have a question. Or is that considered wrong?
you could, but in this case,
Consider that.
we want to work left to right, typically, when we do a slope. Technically, you're not wrong in that, right? Because I could go up 2 and left 2, right? But when we write slope, we want to write it as from left to right.
So slope is -2 and 2.
So this one, just a second, Molly. The slope is -2 over 2, or I could say -1 over 1, or I could really just say -1,
Oh, that would be nice.
couldn't it?
Why?
Because
Because it's the same.
it's the same, they all mean the same thing. Okay? So that's determining slope. All right, so how do we do this now? So that's taking a line that's drawn. Now we're going to draw a line from something that's given. So it says go through point 0, 0. So we're going to want to put a point on 0, 0. Sometimes it'll say starting at a certain location with a slope of 2 over 3. So is the 2 my up or down or my left or right?
The 2 is
Up
the
and
up.
down.
2 is the up. So because that tells me to start at 0, 0. Or going through 0, 0. Sorry, not start.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay. So the top number is always if you go up or down. And it's a positive number, so we're going to go up. So we're going to go up 2 spaces. And then do we have to go left or right for the right and left?
No, he put.
I didn't put a dot yet. I just drew a line.
Right 3.
We have to go right 3. So 1, 2, 3. So there's my second point.
I get it. I went so hard.
once in my life I get.
And this is all it is.
And then you're going to take your straight edge. And because it says draw a line, you're going to take your straight edge and you are going to connect the dots as best you can.
I can use my finger.
You don't use your crooked.
That was a pretty straight line.
Dude, I'm not feeding, I tell you, it works so good.
My finger is crooked, so.
Yeah, Gavin, use your finger.
All right, so that's drawing a line. So 3 things that I want you to be able to do. Can you recognize that slope is rise over run? How far up and how far over? Or how far down and how far over? Can you calculate the slope of a line? So you're given a line and you need to tell me what the slope is. So you're looking at the points on there. How far did you go over? How far did you go up? Put it in your rise over run. And then can you draw a line if they're given a certain point? So this is the point. Make sure your line goes through it. Draw it.